Coach Hembree, thank you for being with us again. This being in our second week of the season, second game. The first game nearly 2 weeks ago, a little bit unusual. Looked to me like the Lumberjacks played very well against shy of Old Christian. We kind of lost it there at the end. I know that was disappointing, but how has the team responded in practice this week?
Well, we've had a good couple of weeks of practice. You know, it gives us 9 days to get ready for our next game and really go back and watch film, study film, and see, correct our mistakes. And we had a lot of mistakes. Like any first game, you're going to have a lot of mistakes, and we did. And we were able to go back last Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and just really focus on them, and then really started working on PA on Friday.
Well, I still want to talk just a minute about that first game because there were a lot of very good things there. It was a fun game to watch in a lot of ways. Clay Cox, the offensive line, he had a big night. We've been trying to do a little bit of research. We can't really be sure, but he had to be one of the most largest games in rushing by an individual, probably in Lumberjack history for a single game. Talk about the running game and Clay and the offensive line.
The offensive line did great. They opened up holes. Clay did a great job with his vision, seeing stuff, and 306 yards rushing on 23 carries is probably might be a record, but we really don't worry about that kind of stuff. We didn't get the win, so that was the main thing. And our biggest concern was that our passing game wasn't there. We were, and it had to do with our offensive line. It had to do with Clay. It had to do with Drake. So that's something we wanted to fix this week. And Clay did a great job of running the football. He's got to get better at pass protection, and that's something that we focused on. And we don't want Clay to carry the load that much. When he does, it's nice to have a guy back there that can run the football 23, 24 times. But we want to be balanced, and that's something that we've talked about the last 7 or 8 days, and being able to throw the football enough that it takes some of the pressure off Clay.
Well, we'll switch to PA now since they're the next one on the list. They're obviously a good football team. They always are, and looks like they're good again this year. What's your approach to this game Friday night?
We're excited about it. We're excited about the opportunity going in. PA is a very good football team. They probably have the best player in the state of Arkansas, and Hunter Henry, who's got scholarship offers from everybody in the nation. And they got a really good linebacker who's a junior named Tyler Colquitt. It's going to be a tough challenge for us. What they do offensively, they're 5 wide, 4 wide, throwing the ball and running a lot of trick plays, and then they never punt on 4th down. And hopefully we can give them in some situations where it's to our advantage in 4th and long, 4th and 10, 4th and 9 that we can get them off the field. And then onside kicks. That's probably the biggest concern going in is all the onside kicks they do. I know last year against Cabot they got 5 in a row, and they do a bunch of different onside kicks. And so we really worked hard on that this week, and hopefully our kids are going to step up and be ready for that. And the thing about that is, after these first 3 or 4 weeks or 3 weeks, we're going to see everything that anybody can throw at us from a passing game wise, from a special teams deal. That's the thing about Shiloh too. They was great in special teams, and that's the same way PA is. It's a little bit different. Where Shiloh's kicker was a deep guy. He could kick it anywhere he wanted to, high right, high left, in the end zone, and then now we got PA who comes in and they got 7 or 8 different onside kicks that we have to prepare for.
Well, I know we've had a little bit more time between games, as we've already mentioned, but are we healthy? Are we ready to go?
Well, we lost one more. Tyler Barnett's not going to play Friday night. He tweaked his knee last Monday night in the first quarter. Then we got DeQuan still out and Sam still out. So everyone else should dress out, Friday night unless something goes wrong between now and then. But I thought we've had a really good week of practice. I thought that Drake has thrown the ball better. I thought he was a little rusty, missing as many practices as he did before the Shiloh game. I didn't think he looked anything like he did last year, and so that's something that we really focused on, was getting him back in the groove and really getting him 9 practices in a row of him throwing the football, because he didn't start practicing until that Friday before the Shiloh game, and you could really tell that by watching him throw the football.
Well, we've already touched on this, but this is obviously a big game, at least statewide. It gets a lot of attention when Warren and PA play. Do the kids look forward to this, all the attention they're going to get or already getting, and do they embrace this kind of challenge?
Well, I don't know. That's something that we talk about as a football team. It's not about that. It's about us getting better from week 1 to week 2 and then being ready for conference play in 2 weeks. And that's our big deal right now is us getting better from week 1 to week 2, and I think we got a chance to be better. We did some things that was really good last Monday night. First and second down defense was great. If you go back and you look at the yards they picked up on first and second down, it wasn't very many, and then third down they hit us with some big plays, and they hit us with some big screens, and that's something that we have to work on and get better as a football team, and I think we have. You look at the mistakes we made; they're very fixable, they're very correctable, and then in the passing game, I know we'll get better in that area.
Okay, well, I know, again, you need a big crowd here, a lot of Lumberjacks fans here to support you. This is obviously, all games are important, but this is a big game for the kids, the home opener, so we want to encourage everybody to fill those stands up and be loud and supportive of the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we schedule these games is for our fans also, because it's fun to come in and watch different people play, and they get a chance to watch Hunter Hembree play Friday night, who probably going to be wearing a Razorback uniform next year, and then Tyler Colquitt, who will probably be wearing the Razorback uniform in 2 years, and they got L.J. Wallace, who's committed to UCA, and they got 4 or 5 Division I football players on their football team, and I think we got some young guys who are going to be there too, and I'm excited about where we're at as a football team. I think we're going to improve. We played a lot of sophomores last Monday night in a big ball game, and a game where Shiloh does stuff right. You can say, well, they're down a little bit. Yes, they might be, but they still scheme-wise do stuff right. I mean, they're going to execute their offense, they're going to execute their defense, and give you a lot of different looks, which is going to prepare us for our conference season. And so does PA. PA scheme-wise is very advanced. They're going to getting a bunch of different formations. They're going to get a bunch of different defensive sets. They're going to bring a bunch of different blitzes. And once we're able to handle that, which I thought we did for the most part against Shiloh, except for giving up the big plays, then I think that's going to make us a better football team.
Well, we wish you the best and hope the Lumberjacks do well. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.